Hello, my name is Mario Fific. This is a study about short-term memory. The study is done with a group of students from Grand Valley State University. The main idea of the study is to replicate some previous old study. In matter of fact, we wanted to replicate Towson Fific 2004 study. The original study looked like this one. So we have two items that made memorized set, and we have target item. So the task is to determine whether the target item was a member of a memorized set or not. And then ISI varied between 700 milliseconds and 2000 milliseconds. That is the period before the last item in the memorized set was presented at the target. So as we see, we use a series of words to be memorized. To analyze the data and make stronger inferences about the type of architecture underlying analysis of or scanning of short-term memory, we use system factorial technology. And that it uses two types of statistics, mean interaction contrast and survivor interaction contrast. The first one is point estimator, the second one is a function. I'm not going to go into explanation how we derive this function. You can find it in other literature. Here we have the results. So for the two types of ISIs, we see that survivor interaction functions are here. These are the patterns for the mean interaction contrasts. We can see a lot of individual differences, and what we also see is that some subjects would switch from serial to parallel. So we see that very interesting pattern of the results. As we make longer ISIs, some of the subjects tend to switch to parallel processing. So what was our motivation here? We tried to do conceptual replication of this study. First, we wanted to see whether the same results will be obtained with the US participants, and previously it was Serbian participants in the study. We would like to reduce the number of trials to 21 sessions. Previously we had 20 sessions per participant. And we also like to extend the original SAT design to include more diagnostic conditions. We also enrich the phonemic category by adding more stimuli, and 5 and 6 will not be considered in this analysis. So what do we mean by more diagnostic conditions? In the work that I did with Nosowski and Daniel Little, we kind of extended the number of tests that could be done with system factorial technology to include target present cases. So these are these guys here. We called exterior and interior cases, and previously we analyzed only the target absent cases, which are these 4 cases over here. The corresponding types of trials you can find on the right hand side. This is two-dimensional phase space that we use in factorial. So it's two-dimensional space that we use in factorial designs that use target item phonemic dissimilarity manipulation. So in terms of serial and parallel model predictions for the SSE functions, the serial looks like this one, parallel looks like a negative function, and these are MIC functions. However, these tests can be extended by adding analysis of the interior and exterior cases. So we can see here one column of different types of models that will make predictions for the MIC results, and then the contrast category cases, internal and external cases. We can see the different predictions coming from different models. So let's see the results. They are conducted in 100 subjects. We see the average results here indicated for short ISI, which is short period between the last item in the memorized set and target, indicated strong additivity. MIC is 2 milliseconds, meaning the lines are parallel. And we see there's an interesting characteristic pattern of the exterior and internal and exterior items here that together with the SSE function, which is a-shaped function, suggest the analysis for both target present and target absent cases were serial exhaustive. Note, this is the case of this particular pattern of results. So this is for ISI. We found the serial exhaustive in both target present and target absent cases. For the longer ISI, the results look fairly similar, although MIC is negative, so it means this part is a little bit more negative than the positive part here, and there's an absence of the difference that we observed for 700 milliseconds. This is the pattern that more corresponds to parallel processing for both target items, in which there's a parallel exhaustive for the target and parallel self-terminating for the target present cases. So the replication results were very effective, showing a fairly similar pattern of data as you observed in the original 2004 study. Please look at the discussion for more details.